Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 1, Lesson 5, and today we're solving one of the sneakiest problems in writing, the sentence fragment. A fragment looks like a sentence. It starts with a capital letter and ends with a period, but something important is missing. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to spot a fragment in a heartbeat and fix it fast. Let's get started. So, what exactly is a sentence fragment? Let's start with what a whole, healthy sentence needs. A complete sentence always has three parts. First, a subject, the who or what the sentence is about. Second, a predicate, the part that tells what the subject does or is. And third, a complete thought that stands on its own from beginning to end. If a group of words is missing any one of these parts, it isn't a real sentence at all. We call it a fragment, a broken piece of a sentence. The first way a sentence can break is by losing its subject. Look at this. Raced down the muddy hill. It sounds like something is happening, but stop and ask, who raced? There is no answer. Nobody is named. Without a subject, we don't know who or what the sentence is about, so it's only a fragment. Now watch how one small fix repairs it. The bikers raced down the muddy hill. Now we know exactly who, and the sentence stands on its own. A sentence can also break the other way by losing its predicate. Here's an example. The old wooden bridge. We have a subject, the bridge, but then the words just stop. The bridge did what? A subject sitting all alone, with nothing to do or be, is still a fragment. So let's give it a predicate. The old wooden bridge creaked loudly. Now the bridge is finally doing something, and the thought is whole. Sometimes a fragment is missing both a subject and a predicate. It's just a phrase, a piece that sets the scene, but never finishes the idea. Take this. After the long, rainy night. Doesn't that leave you hanging? After the long night, what actually happened? The phrase points forward to a thought, but the thought never arrives. To fix it, we attach it to a real sentence. After the long, rainy night, the streets flooded. Now the phrase has a home, and together they express one complete thought. Here's a simple test you can run on any group of words to catch a fragment. Ask 3 quick questions. 1. Is there a subject? Can you find the who or the what? 2. Is there a predicate? Is somebody doing or being something? 3. Is the thought complete so it can stand on its own? If you can answer yes to all 3, you have a real sentence. But if even one answer is no, you are looking at a fragment. So when you spot a fragment, how do you fix it? You have 2 easy repairs. First, you can add whatever is missing. Drop in a subject or add a predicate, whatever the fragment needs. Second, you can join the fragment to a full sentence sitting right next to it. Look at this fragment. Because the bus was late. On its own, it leaves us waiting for the rest, but join it to a complete idea. We ran because the bus was late. Suddenly it belongs, and the thought is finished. Either way, you give the fragment what it was missing. Let's lock it in with a quick check. A complete sentence has all 3 pieces working together: a subject, a predicate, and a full thought. A fragment is any group of words where one of those pieces is missing, so it can't stand on its own. Whenever a group of words can't stand alone, don't leave it broken. Fix it. Alright, let's practice. Time for our first practice set. Read each group of words and decide, is it a complete sentence or a fragment? Remember the test: subject, predicate, and complete thought. Pause the video and try each one before I reveal the answer. The puppy chased its tail. Let's test it. Is there a subject? Yes, the puppy. Is there a predicate? Yes, chased its tail. And it expresses a whole thought. All three boxes checked, so this one is a complete sentence. Ran all the way to school. Test it. There is a predicate, ran all the way to school. But who ran? There is no subject anywhere. Since a piece is missing, this one is a fragment. A jar of bright yellow buttons. Test it. We have a subject, the jar, but what does the jar do? Nothing is happening. There is no predicate. With no predicate, the thought isn't complete, so this one is a fragment. In the second set, every item starts as a fragment. Your job is to pick the choice that turns it into a complete sentence. Pause and decide which fix works before I explain. Sparkled in the morning sun. This fragment is missing a subject. Who or what sparkled? The first choice supplies one. The dew sparkled in the morning sun. That gives us a subject, a predicate, and a complete thought. The second choice is still just a phrase, so the answer is the first choice. The tall, quiet librarian. Here we have a subject but no predicate. The librarian isn't doing anything yet. The second choice adds one. The tall, quiet librarian smiled warmly. Now the subject has an action, and the thought is complete. The first choice just adds more description, still no predicate, so the answer is the second choice. Before the movie started. This phrase leaves us hanging. Before the movie started, what happened? The first choice attaches it to a real sentence. Before the movie started, we bought popcorn. Now there is a subject, we, and a predicate, bought popcorn, and the thought finishes. So the answer is the first choice. Let's wrap up. A complete sentence always carries three things: a subject, a predicate, and a complete thought. A sentence fragment is missing one of those pieces, which is why it can't stand on its own. And when you find a fragment, you fix it by adding the missing part or by joining it to a full sentence nearby. Run the three-part test whenever you're unsure, and you'll never mistake a broken piece for the real thing. Great work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.